Are stocks about to fly, or is history repeating itself? All of that in today's weekly recap. Let's go. Welcome guys to the new format of the weekly recap. It's no live stream anymore because it's winter, it's ski season, and I need to move with the weather. A live stream is a little more time consuming and energy consuming, so I'm gonna do it video format from now on, at least for the next month. Let's see what the summer will bring. Let's start with the SPX. The weekly recap format is basically talking about all my open positions, how I manage them, what I do and why I do it. So let's start. For all of you in the Discord, you know I'm short the SPX and I'm willing to add if we get a little higher here, maybe taking 7K, who knows. But historically speaking, if we range, we usually sell off right after. And if we don't do that, that's totally fine because I'm still bold, steep, long on stocks. Rigetti here, for example, breaking out here, getting rejected, some wicks at the top, maybe coming back to the entry. We will see, time will tell. But I think a exit pump into the 0.5 makes perfect sense from here. We have another quantum computing play, which is QBT. Similar setup, pretty much looking almost identical. Also targeting here the supply as best case target. But I think there's a very good chance that we at least pump into this supply, maybe even to the 0.5. Also here, time will tell. We have Novo Nordisk. Novo Nordisk front running this big demand that everybody sees. We have a demand here, which led to this big pump. And it was also a nice area to get in. Why? Because then validation is clear. So we broke this trend line, right? We broke out, we consolidated. We had a big absorption wick at the weekly time frame. I entered in this consolidation and then validation was clear. It's either now and here, or we probably gonna drop another 40% lower into this big demand, which is also a level probably many people, many technical traders eyeing. This is not, but this also is technically speaking demand because this is a consolidation before this big parabola here. I did a 33% TP yesterday. You can see that in the Discord if you're interested. And I put my stop loss to break even. So risk is removed and TP is done for a very simple reason, because I think, even though I think Novo Nordisk has a great potential future, after such a sell-off, after such a move and as such a sell-off, we usually have some time to spend down here to accumulate, maybe even go down here to 200. This can take years, right? So expand your time horizon because sometimes these things accumulate for 3 years or longer. But nevertheless, the pump or the counter trend bounce is tradable. And this is what I did. We have a 25% bounce into this supply here, into this technical high. Should we take this out, we can speak of a market structure shift and maybe target even higher things. But for now, I'm very happy with this TP. Should it come back, I'm getting stopped out at break even, and that's fine. Moderna here, prime example of what such an accumulation could look like. We can also have those counter trend bounces, which can be quite aggressive, but then selling even further off to go back down to the point of origin, bullish origin in this case. So yeah, accumulations can take time. I think Moderna has actually a higher chance of reaching this simply because it accumulated for longer and we have only this level in our way now. Yeah, this one still as well, we reacted. So if we take out this is the next one, and then there is pretty much nothing in between. Maybe this support and resistance line would act as great TP. A momentum break will tell us if we should take a TP there or if we can ride the position higher. But yeah, I think Moderna could reach 100, which would be a very nice performance for this position. Here we have Nutella. It's not Nutella, by the way. I keep on saying that. It's not Nutella. It's also a pharma company, and it, yeah, nuked down quite aggressive. For those who don't know this chart, it looks pretty ugly, but those gaps tend to get filled. There's a lot of remaining liquidity. And after we formed some higher highs here, I decided to enter, and I TP'd 25% there, if I'm not wrong. I forget to write it on my chart because I always like write it into the Discord. So again, if you're interested into the setup, into the entry, into the TPs live, you can join the Discord. It's free. Yeah, those I don't want to talk about this one. It's a full-blown Degen play, and it's pretty crappy. The chart is frozen since 2 months or something. But it's nano size. We have Illumina still here sitting in the supply. We TP'd here. I have no trade box. You can see this in the Discord. I entered down here with some of the members. I TP'd into this. Yeah, big resistance, big technical resistance. Also, our typical dump and pump kind of chart. The question is, are we done accumulating? I'd say we are if we take out this high. As long as we don't, we are in a downtrend, and we maybe even need to entertain this, especially if the broader market goes into a bear market. But we will see. Time will tell. I'm not in this one anymore, but it did kind of well. Yeah, scaling into this one still. I don't know why this trend line is so off. It should be here. Scaling into this one. Starts maybe something here. Also technical resistance, first big level here and here. And you see it's really that easy, the whole strategy. You look for supply and demand. By the way, great video for supply and demand in the pipe. Working on this videos the whole week. It's a lot of work. I really underestimated the amount of editing that goes into something like that, but it's going to be amazing. I'm actually pretty happy and pretty hyped. I hope it's done by next week, and then supply and demand will be a little bit clearer for you, if not already. So yeah, supply and demand here went down long at the demand as usual, scaling in, scaling out at those highs, especially once momentum breaks. Crisp here, yeah, back at my entry. I mean, it's not looking that strong here, actually, with all those wicks here. So if we break this low, I probably step aside, take a partial stop, see what's happening next, because this could easily go back down here. And I'm not the type of guy who wants to be a bag holder into minus 40% position. It's not my type of thing. Toyota, best cars in the world, easy chart, dividend payer, pretty much up only forever. So try to get your foot into the door, get paid dividends, enjoy future returns. But best you don't form in a pump as usual. But in general, it's nice. I bought down here, I TP'd here a little bit, simply because 40% move is a 40% move. So want to take out some gains as usual as trader. We have this company here. What was the name? Oh my God, I forgot the name. Yeah, Cat. It's called Cat. The short version. Yeah, it's a new listing, and it has done kind of well since then. I'm in here since here. I TP'd here and here. I sold the breakdown, got some left. Doesn't look so strong. Support and resistance flip here. We broke it down. We tested from the low, probably going down to this demand. This was the chart is telling me at least. Time will tell. Interesting company for the robotics sector. Synopsis, filling the gap finally. I did a full TP here. I did a 50 on the short-term position. I did a 50% TP here because it looked not that strong. It went higher after that. Yeah, the whole idea was going down, going long at the demand, letting the gap fill. It seems like it wants to fill the gap finally. Probably TPing the rest then. Yeah, Neil doing nothing, going sideways with tendency to go down. Yeah, I added here. It looks kind of ridiculous, but it's actually how the position looks like. If you don't believe me, look in Discord. Yeah, making a lower low and a lower high. So I'm not quite sure if I still want to hold this. Next week we'll be telling if I TP here. Anyway, it's not on big size. I just added some profits back, and I still got my longer term position from down here. TP'd into this and added some profits back. I think I have still some left. Moonback wise, we broke this down here, or on the sell-off. I sold and I bought from here and sold here. Didn't look that strong. Here we have two crypto-related stocks. This is Circle. First, it's the USDC stablecoin provider. They are actually listed as a public company, and I have a wide position and I have a tighter one with a just 15% stop loss. A little bit tighter. I think it's like this. 30%, 40% stop loss. If crypto is doing well into Q1, it will probably do well as well. As usual setup, opening price, or you could also call it demand, trendline break, and going long into the consolidation. MicroStrategy, similar setup. In this demand, we have a refined area, almost got stopped out here. We have a trendline break, and now we will see. I mean, for MicroStrategy and for everything crypto related, it all depends on BTC and ETH. And if those behave, we might have a nice performance on MicroStrategy, way better than BTC can probably offer. And I also like those stocks because usually they're not as erratic. So crypto tends to be a little bit more erratic because it's not regulated, wash trading, blah, blah, blah. So you can trade those stocks as proxy, and they offer often, yeah, more clarity. Yeah, and we have Salt Miner Company here. It tricked me into selling 55% of my holdings because of the breakdown, and we went higher again. Lots of potential, maybe. Already profitable, stop and profit. So nothing to lose here. And let's have a quick look at BTC. Yeah, this is, by the way, for the new video. It's going to be amazing, but let's check a chart which is not that cluttered. We broke this. We rejected from the supply. It was very likely that we're not gonna just blast through, but we have like a considerable amounts of shorts opening. And to be honest, I think we get some kind of exit pump here as well into breaking 100K again, simply because it's 100K and everybody's gonna like, oh, BTC is above 100K and I should have bought more and blah and blah. So the usual story. And we have a lot of supply coming up here. Still holding this short. I mean, it's itching me to take more profits, but I'm a swing trader. I hold on to my ideas, and I don't think we're gonna go up there again. So I hold this idea, willing to round trip it. Obviously, it's a risk, but no risk, no return, right? And if we get this pump, I will probably look for another short at up here. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, and we have Doge still running, all also based on BTC. Obviously, we are back at this 4-day breaker block. Not something I would want to trade, but yeah, we did the 22% TP here, and it played off quite nice so far. Stop loss remains at break even, so risk-free, profitable, and short and long and everything. So doesn't really matter what happens next. I'm prepared to make money, and hope so are you. Enjoy your weekend, guys. Bye bye.